I'm loath to call this a bad bill, but I am asking you to vote no. As you've heard, Mr. Speaker, at play here in public policy are some of the most complicated elements of our law, particularly those related to family law. These are messy situations. These are some of the most complicated situations of divorce or paternity and throughout this body of family law that we have is the constant theme that we are trying to find what is best for the child or children involved. And I think that has to be our North Star on these issues. The question is, what is best for the child? And we have these situations in which there may have been abuse, or there may have been neglect, or there may have been mutual abuse, and there may have been love, and there may have been hate, and there may have been all kinds of things. And our courts have to sort through all of that and figure out what is best for the child. And the bipartisan version of this bill that we had that passed off this floor did as good a job as we can do to guide our courts and our judges through that almost impossibly complicated and messy body of law. These cases are, I have great sympathy for the judges who have to sort through them, because they are almost always unsolvable to any objective standard. But, Mr. Speaker, the version of this bill that we passed off the floor came as close as I think we can come to an objective standard for what a judge is supposed to do sorting through the mess. And yes, it involved things like trauma-informed analysis. It involved things like, you've heard the ACEs standard of measuring childhood trauma, childhood experiences, and how those affect people later in their lives. It did, I believe, a good and maybe even great standard of setting how judges should deal with these cases. And by reverting to an earlier version of this proposal, we are not doing the best job that we can do to rectify this messy area of the law.